You know the logo, you've seen the cars, but do you really know the story behind Mercedes-Benz? This is not just a car company. This is the brand that invented the automobile, partnered with Nazis, got banned from racing, and still came out on top as a symbol of luxury, power, and speed. From the dirty streets of 1800s Germany to dominating Formula One and TikTok reels, this is the unfiltered story of Mercedes-Benz, and it's more insane than you think. Let's rewind to 1886. While Americans were still riding horses and calling them transportation, a German engineer named Carl Benz created something the world had never seen before: the first gasoline-powered car. It had 3 wheels, looked like a tricycle on steroids, and topped out at 10 miles per hour. But Carl wasn't the only genius in the garage. Enter Bertha Benz, his wife. She secretly stole the car, took the world's first road trip, and proved this horseless carriage could actually work. Bertha drove 66 miles without permission, refueled at a pharmacy, fixed the engine with her hat pin, and made headlines. Basically, she was the world's first Uber driver and mechanic. Meanwhile, another inventor, Gottlieb Daimler, was working on his own engine in a garden shed. Think Steve Jobs, but with grease and fire. Eventually, Daimler and Benz realized, hey, why compete when we can dominate? So in 1926, Daimler-Benz was born. But why the name Mercedes? Fun fact, Mercedes wasn't a person in the company. She was the daughter of an Austrian diplomat who sponsored Daimler's race cars. The name stuck because rich people loved it. Now here's where things get dark. During World War II, Daimler-Benz manufactured engines, tanks, and aircraft parts for Nazi Germany. Worse, they used forced labor. Over 40,000 people, including concentration camp prisoners, were forced to work in brutal conditions. After the war, the company publicly apologized and contributed to compensation funds. But the stain remains. Today, Mercedes-Benz includes this chapter in its corporate museum, but many consumers still don't know. Post-war, Mercedes had to rebuild, both its image and its business. They started crafting vehicles that redefined luxury and safety. In 1954, they dropped the 300 SL Gullwing, the first car with fuel injection and doors that opened like a spaceship. It was fast, it was sleek, it was every billionaire's dream. And just like that, Mercedes wasn't just German, it was global elite status on wheels. But Mercedes didn't just want to build luxury. They wanted to win. In racing, they were crushing everyone until disaster struck. In 1955, at the Le Mans race in France, a Mercedes race car crashed and exploded into the crowd, killing 84 people, the deadliest accident in motorsport history. Mercedes pulled out of racing entirely for 30 years. They came back in the 90s stronger than ever, eventually dominating Formula One with the Silver Arrows, Lewis Hamilton, and cutting-edge tech. All right, let's rapid-fire some wild Mercedes facts. They once built a 12-cylinder car so powerful it was illegal in some countries. Mercedes designed the Pope's bulletproof limo. Yup, the Pope-mobile? That's them. A gold-plated Mercedes once sold for $8 million in Dubai. And yes, Tupac was in a Mercedes the night he was shot, a black S-Class. Mercedes-Benz isn't just a brand, it's in rap lyrics, action movies, presidential convoys, and memes. But not every move was genius. In the 2000s, Mercedes faced quality control issues, especially after the Chrysler merger. Built like a tank turned into brakes like a toy. The Daimler-Chrysler deal was supposed to create a global mega company. Instead, it was a cultural clash and a corporate disaster. They split in 2007. Add to that, emissions cheating accusations, lawsuits over safety systems, failing criticism for being too slow with EV adoption. Mercedes got comfortable, while Tesla sprinted ahead. Now Mercedes is trying to reinvent itself, again. The EQ lineup is here, sleek, fully electric, and aimed at the TikTok generation. The EQS looks like a spaceship, the new G-Wagon EV, straight from a Marvel movie. They're investing billions in AI, green energy, and autonomous driving. But they've still got work to do. Because while Gen Z might know the logo, they don't always know the legacy. From a garage in Germany to racetracks and red carpets across the world, Mercedes-Benz has survived wars, disasters, bad decisions, and global competition. It created the first car. Now it's trying to create the next one. For over 130 years, the three-pointed star has stood for land, sea, and air. But really, it stands for something more: legacy, reinvention, power. Mercedes-Benz isn't just a car company, It's a story still in motion.